Hi, and welcome to your last part of your story writing session. We're going to be doing something a little bit different tomorrow. So we've got on to the solution part, the end of our story. Now, yesterday, my story, Paddington got himself in the bathroom. He got his head stuck in the toilet and it flooded. So today, we need to think of how we're going to solve that problem. It's called our solution. So our next one is a box with a smiley face in it. Now, in the movie that we watched, the little clips from last week, Mr. Brown knocks on the door and opens the door, and the water comes flooding out the bathroom all the way down the stairs until Paddington ends up in the kitchen. Now, nobody helps Paddington, does he really? Just the water's been left out, and then there's water everywhere in the house. So we need to think this time. This is how you'd like to end it. Your story might be different to mine. You might be doing something in the train station and he gets lost or he gets found. Okay, but my story, I need to think about who's coming to help. And I think that Mrs. Bird, because I like Mrs. Bird in the movie. So Mrs. Bird's going to come and help and show Paddington. I'm just going to put Mrs. Bird comes to help and gets Paddington's heads out the toilet. Okay, because he's stuck at the minute. And if he's stuck and the water's going everywhere, somebody needs to go and help him. So I'm going to pick Mrs. Bird. So Mrs., that's a phase 5 tricky word. And that's how you write my name. So it's Mrs. Bird. Mrs. Bird helps. Help. Helps Paddington. Are you ready to sing it again? Paddington. Paddington Bear. Brilliant. So Mrs. Bird helps Paddington to get his head out. Full stop. Okay, so Mrs. Bird helps Paddington to get his head out. Now, we've got to the end of our story, so I'm going to read it through to you. Okay, so let me fold it down. And you'll be able to see that you've got your own story from the characters, from the setting, from the problem to the solution. So, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a bear called Paddington. He wore a red hat and a blue coat. Paddington arrives at the Brown house. It has a blue front door. Paddington goes up the stairs to the bathroom. His head gets stuck in the toilet and it floods. Mrs. Bird helps Paddington to get his head out. Can you see? Throughout the week, we've done little bits of section and we've added a bit of describing words, and you've written your own story, so you should be really proud. But when we was thinking about how to start our story, we was thinking about you could use once upon a time, one wet day, one sunny day. Okay, now we need to think of a way to finish our story. Okay, now most of our stories, you close a book and you say the end. Now you might like to say the end on your story, or you might like to say Paddington lived happily ever after. Okay, because lots of our stories end with that as well. Okay, so I think I'm just going to end my story with the end, because at the minute Paddington doesn't live happy ever after because he's still on an adventure in London, isn't he? So I think I'm just going to write the words the end. And now that is easy. We should all be able to do that. So it's a tricky word, the, and we need to do a capital T. Now a capital T looks like this. So it's a straight line with a head on the top. So the. So tricky word T. H. E. And then a finger space, end. 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 And a full stop. Okay, and that's my story. So I want you today to think about who's going to come and help Paddington in your story. Write your sentence and then think of the way you would like to end your story. Is it going to be the end? Is it going to be happily ever after? Okay, now tomorrow we're doing something a little bit different. So I need you to get ready a pen and a piece of paper for tomorrow's writing task, because we've got something very important to do. I can't wait to see what you get up to. I can't wait to read your whole stories. You have done so well. Brilliant. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.